What's up, everybody? Tendo here. That there's Hannah Warrior Princess. This is the Goodwill bins. So stick around and watch us dig through a little trash today. It's gonna be fun.
I pet Reptar's belly. Do you like Reptar? Are you's a purr box, Reptar.
Why you always gotta eat him?
Sorry, Reptar.
So I love checking the furniture section when we come to the bins because look at this. This is stunning. Little AM FM radio, stereo, multiplex with a record player. Oh my God. This thing is beautiful. I have no idea how much it is because they don't put price tags on everything back here. I have to ask somebody and figure it out. But that is a piece of vintage beauty.
We've showed up at a slightly inopportune time. This is the end of a rotation, so they're about to close this room. So I've got about 5 minutes to dig through it real quick, find some toys.
There's a stuffed Reptar over there and I want it really bad. But there's a lady digging in the bin, so I gotta wait just a second. Did you see it?
There's not a lot really. Everything back here is pretty well picked through because it's the end of the rotation, so I'm not expecting to find much, but yep. I literally on my second bin, they're kicking us out, so we gotta go.
Reptar secured.
All right, yeah, they're closing the room in about 10 minutes, and I spotted some propellers, which I thought was interesting, which led me to this. Let's go, original packaging, and I've got one at home. That's probably gonna be find of the day, because that's how this works. First find is always find of the day. Not really, but it's kind of surprising when it is. That's awesome. I've got other Wii controllers in box, so I don't have this one, so that's gonna be nice to add to the collection. I am really curious about all these propellers, though. I remembered to bring my flashlight today. If you ever go to the bins, if you're ever thinking about going to the bins for the first time, bring one. Bring a flashlight. Bring a nice high-powered flashlight. Even if, like, this room is really well lit, which, don't get me wrong, this room's well lit for a bins. I've been in much darker bins. Matter of fact, this room used to be much darker than it is before they upgraded the lights. But even still, with the lights full blare, the stuff on the bottom of the bins will pop out to you so much better with a flashlight. It's kind of common sense, it's kind of not, but I usually try to keep one in the back of my pocket just in case, or how else would I see things like this? Wrong hand. I need the other one.
I haven't found a ton today, but I did find some army pants, and this is a pair of Levi's. They're pretty ripped up, like the whole knee section is cut out of them. I don't think I'm gonna keep them. But that Reptar is probably my find of the day so far. This bin's there's just been a bunch of bins full of nonsense today, just not anything worth digging through. I mean, gumballs, rainbows, and unicorns matches my face mask. Army jacket. The jackets don't do as well as the pants do, and so I don't really even mess with them. It's just not really, you know, for the amount of time I have to wait for them to sell, it's just not worth it at all. Hopefully we find something good before we leave.
Do I look like I'm in jail? I got some collapsible measuring cups for the van. I'm gonna have a whole camping cook set in the van now. This is awesome. I mean, it doesn't have smaller stuff like teaspoons or whatever, but that's cool. And then, didn't know this existed, but this appears to be a keychain miniature Uno set. Didn't know that existed.
What? Oh, that's so funny. Did not expect that. That's cool.
So everyone is standing, waiting to get into their own bin. We have to wait till they say we can go, but I picked the right bin because already we got a graphing calculator. Sold a couple of those this week. I don't know what else is gonna be in this bin though, but if nothing else. That's a great start.
I'm just waiting for everybody to find a table and table, please, so that we can get this started. All right, thank you. Muy bien, ya pueden comenzar. Gracias.
All right, right off the bat, it's all pink, and it works. It works good. All right, so we found a Wii. Hopefully we can find a power supply. No way, wait a minute. Bruh, okay, I found a Wii U, but it says broken on it. It says broken. We'll be going home and testing that before we decide on it. I didn't find this, somebody handed it to me. It's an Xbox, but it's like, it's disgusting. That one's not worth my time. Plus, you pay by the weight here, so those Xboxes weigh so much, that's gonna be like 15 bucks. Wait. No. We picked the right boy. We picked the right bins today. There's a lot more gaming stuff showing up in here. There's DJ Hero. And I think I saw the sleeve for it. Not terribly interested, but I'm just hoping there's more and more of this kind of thing in here, because like that's the sleeve for the box and it's all torn up. But it just means there's more gaming stuff to be found. Also, kind of funny, people are watching all the stuff I'm grabbing out of here, so people are swarming this here bin waiting for me to leave. What they don't know is I ain't going nowhere. We're gonna make sure we see every inch of this bad boy. So I actually found a console game here. I was about to tell you that I found a game for the first time ever here, but actually last week we were here, I found a bunch of PC games, but there's a Wii game, King of Clubs, golf game for the Wii. I already have it, but I'm still gonna get it because, you know, it's pennies. I wonder if I should dig in here some more and see if there isn't another one. All right, today's pretty wild. What do you think's inside this bag? Coolest find ever. It's a tote TV. Isn't that crazy? It is DVD player, not VHS. I prefer the VHS ones. That's what I'm trying to get for the game room, but I don't even have a DVD player at the house. I mean, unless you want to count consoles that have it. So let's plug this up and see if it works. There we go. Had to plug it into the right one. Looks like I'm buying the tote TV. See if the DVD player is gonna function properly. Come on now. Hey, let's go. I'm pretty sure, I'm not certain, but I'm pretty certain CRTs here are like $1. So I should be able to get out of here pretty easy with this one. So we're just about to get out of here. We're just about done. And I did one more quick round through the back. And the reason I did that is people throw stuff back at the end of every round. You gotta check what people are throwing back. And so I actually was able to grab a toolbox, and all this work that we've been doing on the van recently really has me realizing how much I need a dedicated toolbox where just my hand tools go. So I grabbed that, and then this big thing right here, that's a little baby screen printer, tabletop screen printer press. And then look at Hannah's last find. That's beautiful.
Cute.
That's going to my booth. Okay, that was a pretty awesome haul at the bins. A lot of this is gonna seem like nonsense, but I can't tell you how much we're going home with right now that I actually need. So this toolbox, it's like a blow molded or a molded toolbox. All my tools that I use to work with in this van, I've always kept them in this cart, and then I've kept the cart bungeed down, and honestly, it's never been terribly effective. I hate it. So to have a toolbox that has some inserts, you know, so I can put my ratchets and my sockets and stuff in there, my drills in there. This is a godsend. This is something I needed terribly. Actually, on yesterday's episode, we did a bunch of work on the van, so go back and watch that if you didn't. But while we were shopping at Home Depot, to get the tools to get all the stuff we need to do that. I almost bought a $90 toolbox. It was quite similar to this. I'd still rather have a nice new one, but I like the idea of recycling something like this that ain't broken and will work well for me. Now, before I move on to the rest of this stuff, that needs some stickers, don't you think?
Heck yeah.
Comment below what sticker should I put on there. I mean, obviously it's gonna get the Tendo sticker, but that's a given. This was maybe not as needed, but still very welcome. We have a I think you can put 6 screens on it, a 6-screen printer. So this is for making t-shirts and stuff, if you don't know. You put the screen down, the screen goes in here with your artwork, you put the ink on, you squeegee it on. And we have a huge one. We have a really nice expensive one that we bought to make our merch with. But I will probably put this in the workshop. And our best selling merch is of course just our plain black and white Tendo shirt. So I'll probably make this a dedicated Tendo shirt maker. We're gonna make more advanced merch and stuff in the future with our bigger, more expensive machinery, but I can just leave this at home at a very specific place and just all day make Tendo shirts on it. Sound like a deal? Sound like a plan? Yeah, those are like $80 or $90 on Amazon, and I kept not buying it because it just, you know, I've got a nice big screen printer. Didn't seem like worth buying a little one, but this is probably gonna end up being fine of the day. Little TV in a little house. Very happy about that. I'm not gonna go through everything. I just wanted to show you the big stuff. There's a lot more in here to talk about. I'm gonna go ahead and say Hannah got find of the day, but we'll talk about that later. But I just wanted to talk about that toolbox a little bit, mostly because I needed it. And I love the Goodwill bins because any times that I'm in dire need of something like that, it always comes through. It always comes through. But let's go home. Let's do something else for a little bit, and then we'll wrap up this video in a little bit, talking about everything we got and talking about some of it more in depth. All right, so catch up with me later. Go away. So I just wanted to say a couple things about yesterday's video and the work we did on the van before we wrap this up. On yesterday's episode, we installed this rolly curtain to separate the back from the front. And it's been nice. I really like it. It does help keep it a little bit cooler up here, but more so it just kind of hides the messy back and hides our stuff whenever we want to leave the car sitting. We just hide it back there and doesn't draw any extra attention. So very happy about that change, but the best change I made yesterday, and honestly I set out to do this on yesterday's episode, but I didn't because it came in at like 10 o'clock. But this is our new stereo. And it works great. I think that looks pretty clean. I did that at like 11 o'clock last night. It was almost midnight by the time I was done. It wasn't too terribly hard to plug in, just little connecting wires, and then I had to Dremel out a little plastic tab inside of my inside of here because it wouldn't fit in there, but I made it fit. And now we got tunes all the day long, and I'm very happy about it. Also, let me show you this. I did not find these. Full disclosure here. But here's 2, like, I don't know what generation iPods they are, 5th generation or something. A buddy of mine that shops the bins here, I told him I wanted an iPod to plug up there, and he's like, I got you, homie.
Here's 2.
He brought me 2 of them.
Oh my God, these are my same iPod that I had.
Yeah, they're nice. It's very nice. They're both 30 gigabytes. I figured what we do, I told him this when he handed them to me. I was like, well, I guess I'll do him and hers. So I'll put my music on one, and we can load whatever you want on the other. And when we take turns listening to music on the road, we just switch iPods.
I'm so excited. Mine got stolen.
Yeah, we had a nice one, same model, in our car, and it got robbed along with my disc golf discs and stuff a while back. But we've gotten it all back now. Yeah. One of you guys replaced my disc golf discs. My buddy replaced the iPod. So, all right, let's get out of here. One quick stop before we head home. Hannah was dying to go to the Value Village here in town. Usually she gets some pretty good jeans, yeah?
It went really well last time.
All right, we'll see how it goes today. I think, I got some good video games here last time, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, this is why I wanted to come to Value Village. We got some beautiful jeans. I got 2 pairs of Lee Riders that are really cheap, and then these. I don't know how well it's gonna show up on camera, but yes, that is pink and green that you see in there. Those are dope. I'm very excited.
Not a lot. We got some bag toys. There's some Infinity in there and some Minecraft toys. All don't really think there's quite enough in there for me to spring for it, though. I do want that. Minecraft stuff. No, this is pretty cool. Power Rangers Lost. Yeah, I'm gonna buy that. I'm getting that. Here's a must-buy: Care Bears, the movie 2. It doesn't say how much it is, but I bet it's a flat price, so we'll get it.
Little Tupperware. It's a little too expensive. Little Mickey thermos is cute. Nothing jumping out at me though. I guess that's a no on the dishes section.
All right. Hold on, still gotta get the Care Bear. First things first, I bought a toolbox. It's nothing special. I don't mean to make a big deal out of it. It's just, if you go back to the earliest history of our channel and watch some of our earliest videos, basically here's what it is. We've been doing what we do right now for about a year, but before that I had this YouTube channel since YouTube was new, and over the span of that, however long that's been, I've probably posted 20 videos just doing this or that. So well before we started this channel, I posted a couple videos that were pretty much tool related or making stuff related. You can see hints in those videos of things that we do now, but all in all, I think one of our most popular videos before we started the channel, I had one video on my channel with like 3,000 views. It was me building a tool cart out of IKEA carts that I put all my tools in, and was very meticulous about organizing them. But those were different times. Those were times when I only predominantly use my tools here in the house working on stuff, but now I find 9 out of 10 times I'm using my tools, they're on the go, and I need them to be able to roll around and be convenient, so that's pretty awesome. I can't wait to finish organizing everything that's in there and really make it perfect for my use. But it's funny because we didn't film it, but yesterday I talked all day about needing a toolbox. All right, go through some of those clothes you got. I didn't even see some of this.
Yeah, so I got a few things for the toy booth. So I got this little, this is what sold me on it though.
Oh, it's got the mask. Look at this Babar jacket.
That thing is dope, isn't it?
It's even got an HBO tag on it.
I really, it was laying with Babar back, and I had no idea. When I flipped it over, I laughed.
That's awesome.
Super cool.
We'll definitely be putting that in the toy booth for sure.
Toy booth shirt. I wish it fit me though.
Oh yeah?
It's real tiny, but like Aladdin, heck yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I love Aladdin.
Very nice.
Got 2 pairs of army pants, so this is one of them. I sell army pants on our clothing app a lot, so always good to pick those up. Pair of 90 shorts, nothing special. These are special. These are gonna get cut up. Army pants. Oh yeah, okay. I was like, when did I get these? So the last stuff we did, Value Village, paid off because I got 2 pairs of Lee Riders, and I was very excited about it.
Yeah, I'm glad we stopped by that Value Village today. We talk about going there all the time. We just never end up going there. Now, those look special.
These are cool. These are the epitome of 90s, 80s goodness. They are acid wash. They have a peace sign on them. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is pink and green. I looked at it for a solid minute and I was like, that's colored, right?
It looks like we have funny lighting.
It does.
Or it almost looks like that red and blue light behind us is bouncing around and making it look funny. Let me give the camera real close. I don't know how this is done, but there's hints of pink and green in there. Camera doesn't do it justice.
Super cool. It's very subtle.
It looks very strange. All right, let's blow through the rest of this stuff. The only game I got from the bins today, King of Clubs.
Sweet.
I didn't even mean to buy all this. It's 2 deck of Despicable Me cards, but I bought it because there was a keychain set of mini Uno cards. Perfect for the van.
Sweet.
Storage saver. This is a lithium-ion battery for those new small hand tools that Walmart's selling, I think.
Oh.
I don't think I meant to get it, but I did. We'll talk about that in a minute because Hannah got 5 of the day, of course. Calculator.
Woo!
We've sold so many of these recently, and I'm glad to see it worked. A bunch of people at the clearance center asked me if they could have it.
No.
Yeah.
This is ours.
I guess, I don't know, maybe they thought I didn't know it was valuable, but they were like, hey, you gonna buy that calculator? I was like, yeah. totes. And that's not the only pink one we have.
Yeah, we have a baby pink one. This one's more common than the baby pink one.
For storage.
Yay!
That's pretty cool. I mean, I was not looking for this, but since I saw it, I'm going to put a set of utensils together in a little box for the van. Picked up a blue PS3 controller today, which is nice. I don't know if I got that on camera or not, but it was in one of the bins I was digging through. I think it was in the same one that had that Xbox in it, because there was an Xbox that I didn't get, but I did buy the controller.
I think I saw somebody else pick up that Xbox after you passed it up.
I saw a guy rolling around with it. It's just too dirty. It's just like if you watch yesterday's episode, I've got stacks of consoles that need to be tested, and I try just not to get them from the bins if I can. Here's a DS, very nice. I haven't tried to plug it up or anything or turn it on, but the hinge is in good shape. The only thing wrong with it's missing its door, but I've got some replacement parts laying around, so that'll be no problem.
That's a pretty common part to be missing, right?
Yeah, it's a DS Lite. Very nice. That was good. That was a good find too. And it was just wild that all this gaming stuff was in one bin. Now we've got a Wii. Go into, you know where it's at? There's a power cable sitting in there. Just go plug it in. Now this is pretty rough. It's dirty. Now I was just saying, and I said on yesterday's video, I try not to buy too many consoles from the bins, but Wii's are usually pretty good. I always try not to buy consoles from our bins, and I don't know if your Goodwill bins is like this or not, but in our bins, things are brought out in one kind of giant bin called a Gaylord, but that's not how they're often shipped to the bins. They come in a different kind of container, and you can often see them in the back taking a forklift and just dumping a whole bin into another bin. So everything that's in there, glass or not, sometimes it doesn't matter, it'll just get tossed in and it'll get broken. Alright, come on around. So I try not to buy bigger consoles that if they take a fall, they'll break. I mean, but Wii's, I think I've only ever brought home one Wii that didn't work.
I think it was water damage, so it wasn't even from the fall.
Here we go. We're gonna get a bonus disc. I hit reset, not eject.
Oh no.
Come on, baby. Give me disc. I guess there's nothing? I thought that sound was it reading the disc. Alright, well, no bonus disc, but it's always worth a shot. Did we do this last time? There was a copy of Wii Sports in it?
Yeah, what was it?
Something.
I know Disney Infinity or something was in.
Yeah, I mean,
last Disney universe.
A lot of the times we bring Wii's home, there's nonsense games in there, but every now and then there's a good one. This is a Wii U, no tablet, just the console. It says broken on there, so I don't know how they knew that. Even though I'm trying not to sound contradictory here, but even though I was just talking about how consoles will come home from the bins and not work, I also take the liberty of always ignoring when something says broken on a sticker at a Goodwill.
Yeah, a lot of times they have no idea.
Yeah, if it's something like this, I can't tell you how many times I brought it home and they were just using the wrong power cable, or who knows what they were doing when they tested it. Or here's a good one. Several times I've brought home MIDI keyboards, which are just keyboards that plug in via USB, or if they're old school actual MIDI cables and they don't have any power interface in them at all, they're just a USB interface. And people see them and they test them at the store, they can't make it make sound, so they're like, oh, this doesn't work. And there's no speakers on them, they're not meant to. So they'll say broken all the time, and I'll pick them up, take them home, and be like, no, they're not. So, I mean, there's every chance it is broken. I don't know, but it was definitely worth buying to give it a chance to see if it does work. So that was one of my finds of the day, is just because the fact that all that was in there together is crazy. And the Wii did just come on, so we'll see if it works, and we'll try to clean it up. You're gonna have a hard time cleaning that one. It's dirty.
I think she only charges $8 for all three of them, which was really great.
Yeah, there's a lot of new stuff going on in our bins. They're doing a lot of things. It didn't used to be this way, but used to you just pay for these by weight, and the weight of these would have cost about $15 or so, maybe a little less. But she was just like $6. So that was cool. That's new. Not really sure what they're doing there. probably one of my more favorite things I brought home today, this Wii box for the Wii Classic Controller Pro. I've got a couple of these laying around, so I'll probably just take a nice pristine one, put it in the box, put it up on the shelf with my other sealed Wii stuff. Very happy about that. What else have I not talked about? That's almost everything. I bought a Polaroid today. It's a Polaroid 104. It's one of the nice flippy outy ones. And I've sold one of these at our toy booth across town. I have one of our toy booths, one of our antique market toy booths. I have just a shelf and it's got camera stuff on it because I've got so much camera stuff laying around, and I find so much of this stuff. And there's a good number of camera enthusiasts that shop at those stores around here because everything like this I put in my booth sells pretty well. But it's pretty clean inside. Not a lot of dust. Not a lot of dust on the lens. I don't have film to test it, but I'll just put that on the sticker untested. And usually I can get a few bucks out of that at my antique booths. We have considered recently getting, if you go back and watch the videos where we first got into our toy booths and we kind of gave a tour around the store, the antique stores we sell at have these rows and rows and rows full of lock boxes that are a lot cheaper, and they're not always even locked, but they're just like you can rent a shelf for like $100 a month or something like that, even less. And I've been thinking about getting one of those just to put camera stuff on because I've got so much camera stuff. But that's what that makes me think about because I'm really wanting to get around to doing that because I could fill a whole camera shelf up right now. All right, cool. Hannah, looks like you brought home find of the day. We're not even going to discuss find of the day. That's it right there. Watch this. I came out of the back room just like carrying my stuff, and I was like, I'm so cool. Look at this. Look at what I got, Hannah. And she just went. I was like, dang it. It's so cool. We're not getting rid of that.
I spied it across the room and I was like, oh my god, that's a Reptar plush.
Well,
I have to have it.
I made a mistake. Let me tell you something else I did here. Here's that CRT, watch out, that we just bought. I've got a Final Fantasy DVD on it right now. It's going to be cool to keep one there on the shelf for DVDs. Just keep stuff like that rolling in the background. But when I just set that up, I also put that Care Bears VHS that we just bought in there, which is dumb. I should have left the Rugrats one that was in there and set that next to the TV. But at any rate,
I should have worn my Reptar shirt today.
You should have. But at any rate, I think Reptar's gonna. I think he's gonna live there, don't you?
Yes. So cute.
All right. Well. My find of the day for what I brought home, I'm definitely happiest about that little CRT. And it came with a carrying case, so like if I want to carry it to the van when we travel or something, I can. It'd be pretty funny. We have long joked about putting a little DVD player in the van so when we travel we can kind of play with it and stuff. But why not a DVD player CRTV?
Sure. And that like high-pitched squeal as you drive. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, it'd be great. And I did bring these iPods home today from my buddy, and that's actually what I'm going to do right now. As soon as we wrap this video up, I'm going to go sit down, wipe these, put our music on them, and probably go sit in my car and play with them. There's some choices to be made. My new stereo unit I showed you earlier, it can be plugged up via USB, it can be plugged up via Bluetooth if you want to use your phone, it can be plugged up via aux cable, and these newest iPhones, my iPhone only has, 64 gigabytes? And I use it for video, so that space is very precious, so I don't want to put 20 or 30 gigabytes of music on my phone, though that would be most convenient, play it via Bluetooth. I don't like doing aux cable because the cable's too fiddly and it's easy to tear those cables up. And I don't know how it's going to work yet, but a lot of times when car stereos play music through the USB cable, what it will do sometimes, it will lock the use on the iPod and you'll have to navigate the menus from your head unit, and I find that clunky and cumbersome.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping I can plug it up via USB and just play it that way and select the music on the iPod so you can DJ while we're going down the road. But if that's not the case, I don't know. We'll probably do aux cable and just keep some replacement cables around. Seems like anybody's car that I get in and they have an aux cable, it's fiddly and crackly. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Every time, and I hate that. I don't want anything to do with it. Is there any bangers on there? It came. My buddy who brought me this, I told him, I was like, I need to find me an iPod for my car, and he goes, I've got a box, and he sent me a picture of like 30 iPods.
Oh my
and
gosh.
he's found them all at the bins, because that's what happens. This came from the bins. He found it there originally.
It's got a little bit of everything on it. You got some Elvis Presley, you got Cher, you got
let's
some
show 'em.
Some Bruno Mars.
I don't know if
Some
it's.
Beyonce.
I don't know if it's gonna cool down, but yeah, there's a lot on there. Oh, it's got B.O.B. on it. I like B.O. I like some B.O.B. every now and then. Cher.
Oh, this one's pretty. This one's mine.
Oh, is it?
Aretha Franklin.
You want to just leave what's on there?
It's got Beyonce on it too.
This
They're
one's
both good.
This one's slightly newer. This one has a brighter screen than that one does.
Well, this one's in better shape.
John Cougar Mellencamp, the
Heck
Judds.
yeah, this has Fall Out Boy on it.
It's got Miley Cyrus. That's funny. This is almost like a weird form of stalking. Like,
What did you listen to?
what did you listen to in 2007? That's great. But that's good because I'm trying to make our van as comfortable as possible. So when we go on our thrifting road trips, everything's easy. So all these things I'm building and putting together for the van right now, it's all about ease of use. And that toolbox is even one. The bed platform I'm going to build in the back, this is perfect because it's almost the exact height that it needs to be to slide underneath of it, the back cabin space. So everything went well today. I'm really happy because, like, I told Hannah, I was like, what we have to do is start working on the van a little bit every day, so A, it gets done in time, but B, we have a little bit of something to make content out of that hopefully people will find interesting. And it's always a little nervous when you kind of set down a new path for making daily YouTube videos because you can want to do it really bad, but everything might not fall into place. And I'm really happy it's kind of falling into place because we go to the bins, and honestly, I mean, I should be looking for toys for our toy booth, and I am, and I did bring some home to resell, but, like, I'm honestly more so hoping stuff shows up for our van. I mean, our booths are plenty stocked, and our storeroom here is just overloaded, so we've got plenty to stock up for the next month, so I don't feel too bad kind of taking some time out to work on this van. So if you're interested in that, definitely hit the subscribe button, because I'm going to be kitting that van the rest of the way out in the next week or two. And it's gonna be cool. And once the cool thing too, once we get it all finished out on the inside, we're gonna like hit up the thrift stores and buy little bits of furniture to put inside of it. Like not a lot, nothing ridiculous, but shelves. I'm kind of biting myself, kind of kicking myself in the head. Maybe they'll still be there tomorrow. But there were 2 little white shelves, 2 shelves each, little about 1 foot by 1.5 feet, and they were like wicker.
Oh, cute.
And we could have just gotten them and screwed them right into the.
I know what you're talking about. I saw one of them.
Did you really?
I did.
It's all right. We're nowhere near needing to put shelving in the van yet. But and also any shelves I get for the van will have to be modified. They'll have to have a lid put on so things will stay in while we're driving. But it does excite me. I say all this to say it does excite me. The thought of thrifting this whole van out with thrifted garbage from the bins. You know what I mean?
Heck yeah.
All right. If you are into that though, subscribe. Help us get all the way up to 5,000, which we're currently on our way to. I'd really appreciate it. Also, before we get out of here, check out tendostrash.com, our merch store. We shipped some stuff out today, so it should be on the way to you if you've ordered anything. Also, before we go, check out our public Discord. It's a place where you can come chat with us and other people that watch these videos. It's a good time to be over there. It's a lot of fun. Lots of new people over there. It's like there's like 20 or 30 new people from last week that joined that are very active over there today. So come check it out. What else? Did I leave anything out?
No. You taste good.
My CRT collection over here is getting a little out of hand, isn't it? All right, guys, listen. We do post daily videos here on this channel, so make sure that if you in any way liked what you saw today, come back and hang out with us tomorrow. And until then, peace out.